Everybody, it's Nettie again. I just wanted to pop on here and talk about a few things, maybe even rant a little bit. I hate I don't want to be a reaction channel, and I want to be positive on here, but I think that in a harsh reality, I need to speak out. I want to speak to Chantel, Foodie Booty, and Amberlynn Reid. I don't know if you guys will ever see this video, but I want to show you some harsh realities of your future. Chantel, I don't know the circumstances of your hysterectomy, but I know that I had a hysterectomy due to I was so big that my estrogen levels were so high that I was in perpetual period. I had an ablation. My OBGYN saved my life, put me in the hospital. I had blood so much I needed blood transfusions. I was in the hospital for a couple days with that. It was a horrible thing. I had a wonderful, compassionate care by my OBGYN and by the hospital I was staying in, because I was staying in a hometown hospital and I know a lot of the nurses, and so that's a benefit of having my surgery, having the ablation at the hometown hospital. But while I was seeing my OBGYN, I was probably 483 pounds when I started seeing her. This is after I had been on my BiPAP machine and I had already started trying to diet, because I had gotten up to 499. And diet, really, I never ate that much, but I had my husband move things in my house, so I was walking more because I never went outside my house. That's another story. It's not a great story, but it's another story. So back to the hysterectomy. So it became very necessary. We were trying to get me a gastric bypass so I could lose weight so that my OBGYN could perform the hysterectomy on me, because she knew at my weight that it would be very complicated and there could be some unexpected repercussions. Not death. She wasn't trying to scare me or anything. Just being overweight has its own complications for surgery. It's, your anesthesia, your recovery time, so she encouraged me to keep trying to lose weight, but maybe that with the ablation we could stop everything and I would be able to either quit bleeding, but she couldn't get everything when she did the ablation. That was the whole thing. The weight of me and my shape and all the fat, she could not get to all the places in my uterus that she needed to get to complete the ablation. And in 6 months, I was bleeding again. And this time I had pain because it was trying to break through all of the scar tissue left behind from the ablation. Not the doctor's fault, and I certainly absolutely don't fault her. I was, like 483 pounds when she was working on me. So it became very apparent that I was not going to be able to get through the process of having weight loss surgery, lose enough weight for my own doctor to perform my surgery on me, and I was going to have to see another doctor, which was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We went up to the hospital, my husband and I. We had to go up there. It's like a 3-hour drive from where we lived in Joplin, Missouri. And so we drove up there and got evaluated. And he was not unkind. He was very factual. And when we left, my husband said, I'm not sure if I got the right vibe from him. I'm like, it's okay. He just don't want to work on no fat woman. He didn't want to work on me. You could tell. You don't get to be, to your age, Chantel especially, and know when a medical professional would just rather not. So, we knew, but it had to be done. I was bleeding to death. I'd already had 7 units of blood before I had my ablation, and that could not happen again. So we had to have the hysterectomy. So I didn't have much time to prepare. I was already trying to weight loss. I'd been to 2 nutritionists over the course of all of my life of trying to lose this weight. So I was doing the best I could, but at 483, having my husband move my whole house around definitely helped me but I did end up at Tulsa having my surgery at 483. I could not get nurses to come in to the doctors, come into my room to help me. Next to me was someone who had weight loss surgery, and she was actually dying from malnutrition. And my mother was freaking out because I had been really pushing, and she was really freaking. She was my one naysayer for my weight loss surgery. That's fine. Everyone needs one. Makes you stop and think, and really makes you investigate all the stuff you need to do. Again, I digress. So I'm up there. I've had my surgery, and it was not pleasant. Girlfriend Chantel, I don't know if they still do it, but when I had my hysterectomy in 2006, I had to have a cleansing. My mom and I spent the night in a motel room, and it was it was a good cleansing. Yeah. I was up all night cleansing. Ooh, it was so much fun. That was the first thing. I didn't know anything about it, actually, until I got up there and they said, oh, you're going to need to do this cleanse tonight. I'm like, okay. So anyway, so that was a big surprise. And then I had my surgery. I did not, when they took me into the surgery, I had my surgery. I had my own experiences with curtness. Maybe they were trying to be polite. I don't know. But apparently, while I was being taken into the operating room, my mom, who had walked up there with me, I guess she overheard some very unkind things about my weight. And, how could a person allow themselves to get that way? Well, you don't allow it. You work at it. Not really. I'm not going to say that, because depression is depression, and undiagnosed bipolar all your life, you really just don't think you're worth much. So again, digress, because all this is about this hysterectomy crap. So hysterectomy, girlfriend, after the hysterectomy, I went home. After all this experience, I went home, I took care of myself, and I started healing. When I went back in for my checkup, I had questions because I now had something in my belly looked different. Now, I am a fat woman. I had my surgery after I had all my children. I had three C-sections down, 2 pubic lines and 1 straight up and down. None of those surgeries did to my belly what my hysterectomy did to my belly. Now, I don't know how to go, click, look at this picture so I can explain it, but at the end of this video, I am going to share the pictures I took this morning of my belly. Now, I am 283 pounds. I have lost a significant amount of weight, and people who lose significant amounts of weight can develop a hernia in the same place that I have one. And one might say that is why I have this hernia, but I'm telling you, this hernia is from my hysterectomy. It is what I was left over with when they were trying to sew me up and fix me well enough. At 483 pounds, my fat, was pulling against me. I'm not unrealistic. I did ask him, I'm like, my belly did not look like this before my hysterectomy. And he just looked at me like, what the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you want? 483 pounds. I had a hysterectomy. My fat's going to pull again. You're fat. Sweetheart, you've had all this time to lose weight. I'm sorry, I'm very excited and very upset. You've had all this time to lose weight in preparation for this invasive surgery. They're taking everything out. I don't know. If they took everything of mine out, they had to cut me open. There was no doing it laparoscopically because of my weight. You're in for a rough ride. I hope you're around people who are compassionate, because the people I was around was not compassionate. They were professionally disassociated from their jobs when they dealt with me, which is as little as they could get away from it. So I wish the best for you in that situation. Amberlynn, if you're not bleeding by now, you will be. You're in for it, sweetie. You're in for the roughest road with your female stuff. If you don't lose some of that weight, I'm scared for you. You think these reaction channel people, ladies, do you think they hate you? They don't hate you. They're trying to talk to you. They're trying to help you. Maybe by ridiculing you, something will spark, because nothing is sparking on your own, sweeties. Reality is knocking at your door, and it's not looking good. Chantel, I worry about your surgery. I worry about what you're going to look like afterwards and how you're going to feel about yourself then, sweetheart. I know I didn't feel very good. The very next year, I was having weight loss surgery. My situation would have been a lot easier on me if I'd had my surgery before. I just had to rant just a minute. I'm so sorry for the rest of you who come here for pleasant updates on my progress. I'm getting ready to work out. I'm in my workout clothes. But while I was getting dressed, I was like, this is probably the best time to take some pictures of Chantel's could-be new reality, and Amberlynn's coming up if it ain't already getting there. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to get my 20 minutes in today on my rebounder, and probably go take a walk, because I'm going to get my 3,000 steps in today. I'm sorry if I wasn't upbeat. I'm sorry if I'm ragging on people who don't give a shit. But damn, people, get some reality going on here. You're in for a rough road, and you choosing it. I wish somebody would have told me, honey, you need to really lose some weight. Not, you should lose some weight. Because you should lose some weight. I bless y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so sorry I was ranty. I'm getting ready to do my, as soon as my new rebounder gets here, I am going to do a rebounding comparison to the 3 rebounders that I do have. I hope that you'll join me. Amberlynn and Chantel, I don't hate you, because I don't even know you. I just barely. One day I'm going to make a YouTube channel, hold myself accountable to my determination to become more fit, and maybe lose some weight along the way. Hopefully lose some of this weight along the way. And then all of a sudden I'm getting reaction channels to you, and I'm like, whoa. And now I definitely know what I don't want to do. Sweetie pies, eating on camera. If nobody ever told you, that's some low. I did treat try-ins with my grandkids, and I felt weird the entire time, but they wanted to do it, and I'll do anything for them. But I don't think I'm going to be sitting down to no meal and chatting while my mouth is full of food. And not attractive, ladies. Not attractive. Peace out. Love y'all.